In this problem, it says in a newspaper survey of 458 people, 53.9% said that we should replace passwords with biometric security, such as fingerprints, and then they give us a stat disk display that results from testing the claim that half of us say that we should replace passwords with biometric security. So here's our claim. So when I write my null and alternative hypotheses, for the null hypothesis, I'm going to use that the proportion is equal to 0.5, because that's half. And the alternative hypothesis is that P is not equal to 0.5, because they didn't say higher or lower. They just gave the null hypothesis as the claim. And the alternative hypothesis then would be a not equal to statement. So in part A, it says, is the test two-tailed, left-tailed, or right-tailed? And so we know that that's going to be a two-tailed test. Next, they ask, what is the test statistic? And that is given here as 1.68. And what is the p-value? And that is given as 0.0925. So we rounded it to 3 places, made it 0.093. So the null hypothesis is that P is equal to 0.5, where P denotes the population proportion of people who say that we should replace passwords with biometric security. And let's see what happened here. Are we rejecting or failing to reject the null hypothesis? So we have our critical z values, and I'm going to locate them on my normal distribution. So that's going to be at plus or minus 2.5-ish. Right about here. Okay. And our test statistic is 1.68, so that's going to fall about here. So it is not in the critical region, so we are going to fail to reject the null hypothesis. So in my final conclusion, because my null hypothesis is the claim, and we did not reject it, so when the null hypothesis is the claim, we're going to use the word reject in our conclusion. And we're going to say there is not sufficient evidence to warrant rejection of the claim. So that's how you do that problem.